intellect ripes, it becomes a common sense, intelligence. When your emotion ripes, it becomes faith. When your being ripes, it becomes enlightenment. You have three levels of being. One is head, intellect, logic. Another one is heart, emotion, feeling. Third one is your being, your very identity. In these three, if you continuously work on the intellect, there are few meditation techniques which works on the intellect. When intellect ripes, it becomes common sense, intelligence. Common sense is the most uncommon thing on the planet Earth. Common sense is the most uncommon thing on the planet Earth. It becomes intelligence. And when the emotion, if you work on the emotion, there are meditation techniques which works on the emotion. If you work on that, then the whole thing turns into faith. Understand one important thing. If you believe some God or Guru, don't bother whether the God has got power or Guru has got power. Your faith has got power. See, the Rama, this guy himself has to make a big bridge to go to Lanka. But this Hanuman, you see, just taking Rama Nama, he flies. The faith on the Rama was more powerful than Rama. There is a beautiful comment on this. Rama says Jambavan. Jambavan start building the bridge and tell Hanuman to jump, fly and go to Lanka. Hanuman asks, what? For you bridge to be built, for me I have to fly and jump. What is this? Then Rama says, Arey, Ramanama is much powerful than Rama. Ramanama is more powerful than Rama. You should read Tulasi. Tulasi is the real Ramayana. Valmiki is a historian. Valmiki recorded the history. But Tulasi only made it as a juicy. Tulasi only made the whole thing as a juicy. Tulasi you should read. And the north, even a sweeper will sing Tulasi and sweep the morning. In the morning, especially in the Gujarat, if you go, Gujarat is the land of Bhakti. Gujarat and UP also. Even the sweepers, they will sing Tulsi and sweep the streets. They will, Tulsi says, Ramana, your name is much more powerful than you. When you have the deep faith, when you have the trust, the very trust and the faith itself becomes a power. The third thing, when you are being, the deeper level meditation techniques, when it ripes, you become enlightened. Common sense and the faith are very closely related. If you have the right faith, you will have the right common sense. If you have the right common sense, you will have the right faith. If there is a conflict between common sense and the faith, look, something is wrong, either in common sense or in the faith. Otherwise, both are the expression of your different expression of your being. It can never contradict, it can only complement each other.
Only the personal confession. We talked about this. Whenever I get very depressed, I think about this one is the wine. Then Saraswati Dhamendra is my favorite.
You know,
I used to hear his cassette the whole night and dance. So is it a sign of expression of love, or am I
perfectly, there is nothing wrong. You see, the moment you mentioned his name, I wanted to tell you about one thing. I have walked all over India, 2000 minimum, at least minimum 2000 miles. I am telling you which I did at a stretch in Narmada Parikrama I did. And at a stretch walks, only that is 2000. Practically almost all the Jiva Samadhis of India, famous Jiva Samadhis of India are seen. Only 4 Jiva Samadhis are living Jiva Samadhis. I always tell this to my intimate people. In India, if you visit India, don't miss these 4 Jiva Samadhis. One is Shirdi Baba, Another one is Vrindavan, Raghavendra Swami. Third one is Raman Maharishi of Arunachala. Fourth one is Sadashiv Brahmendra of Nehru. It's a small, just a small village, not even 10 houses. Not even 10 houses on the bank of Kaveri. So living, you can simply see he's alive. He's alive. All these things. I was staying with one great master. Surely he's enlightened, no doubt. He used to continuously smoke ganja. Very elderly man. When I went and met him, somehow I get that smell. The moment I see that smell, I feel that smell, I always like feel like vomiting. He was having ganja, so I had my own inhibitions or hatred feeling. Whom I came to see, but these people say enlightened, let us see. I was just thinking and sitting. And after smoking a small pipe, the pipe made of mud. In North India, that's what they use. After finishing it, he just emptied that pipe. Before smoking, they put a copper coin on fire. He put one copper coin on fire and put the ganja and fanning. And when they fan, such a bad smell will come. And after finishing the smoking, he just emptied that small cup, a small pipe. I saw the whole thing was gold coin. Nothing. Just he put the copper coin in front of me and he emptied gold coin. And he used to do the same thing. He will sell the coin, get more ganja, purchase more ganja. And next day again he will start smoking. It's the same routine. I stayed with him for more than 6 months. From him only I learned the science of energizing the mercury, solidifying the mercury. If you come to our ashram and touch our Dakshinamurti, a stone vigraha, but simply you will have an electric shock. Not one or two. Anybody who touches, anybody can go and touch. It's for mass. Anybody can go and touch the vigraha and you will have the electric shock. Because under that, the solidified mercury is installed. 50 kg of solidified mercury. It's a pashana. Pashana means poison, which can hold and radiate the energy. The art I learned from him only. I was staying with him. All the 6 months, throughout the 6 months, I saw he will put the copper coin, put the ganja, and smoke, empty, gold coin. You will be surprised. And the man's love and the purity and the joy and the ecstasy, you cannot imagine. I asked him one day, Baba, they call it in North, Swamis are called Baba. Baba, why are you smoking? It's not good for health. He just laughed and told me, fool, can you tie a big elephant inside a small hut? So unless I take this ganja, I cannot stay in this body. And I understood, actually, the enlightened masters are supposed to do the reversing process to stay in the body. Otherwise they can't stay in the body. So he has got some mission. So he has to stay for some time. So what he said is exactly true. They have to tell themselves a little bit. That's why Ramakrishna says, I always think of jalebi. The moment he comes down from ecstasy, he will tell, jalebi. You can see, if you read Ramakrishna's works, you can see. The moment he comes down from ecstasy, then I bring jalebi. And Sharadama used to feel very shy. She would say, what people will think? The moment you come down from ecstasy, you say, bring jalebi. Jalebi means a sweet, Indian sweet. You say, bring jalebi, let us go to kitchen, bring khichdi and all these things. People will think you are meditating on jalebi. People will think you have been thinking about the food. what foolish thing you are doing. But he says that unless I keep the small desires, it's difficult to come down. Unless you have some work, you can't come down to the body. That is the reason. So you can't judge the masters. You can't. Enlightenment is nowhere related to any of your physical activity. It is just beyond body and mind. There are few things. It's like when you start learning how to drive the cycle, you need to sit straight, hold the handlebar, properly pedal. Once you master the art, you put your leg on the handlebar. Same way, when you start the sadhana, you need to practice few things. When you start the practice, the moment you master, there is no need to bother anything. You know how to balance and run your life. It's a subtle knack of balancing your energies and running your life. Once you learn that, that's all. If you have grace, you will have free will. If you have free will, that shows you are already having grace. Destiny. Your present is the totality of all your past decisions. So your future will be totality of all your present decisions. That's all. Actually, purpose of the human body is to learn the technique to live blissfully, ecstatically, without the help of body and mind. If you learn that art over, that is what you call it, the name that being one with God. Understand this term, that will be more easy.
So, my question was, the Creator intentionally made it this way. Are we contradicting?
No, the creator, created, creating, all these words will lead to only more and more arguments, more and more disturbances. Actually, there is no three things. Creator, creation, created does not exist. The creation itself is an intelligence which is continuously creating. Only one thing is existing, the creating is existing. There is no three things. Understand that. One more thing, understand this corner from this point of view. Learning how to live blissfully, joyfully, ecstatically without the help of body and mind is the only thing which you are supposed to learn. That is the ultimate goal. That's all.
Now, how do you look at the yoga type of thing versus like yoga?
Both.
You cannot make most of the somebody else and say give me salvation.
The problem is,
Same or what is that?
both yogas as you understand is wrong. The Jnana Yoga means you think it's an intellectual process, but you can see the great Jnanis expressing the bhakti like anything. Raman Maharshi. ஐம்புலன் கள்வர் அகத்தினில் புகும்போது அகத்தினி இல்லையோ அருணாச்சலா. He says, these five guys from outside, they are coming and stealing your wife. Are you not in your house? Are you mad? The expression of bhakti to Arunachala, he says. And there are great wisdom expressed through from Bhaktas, Chaitanya. If you have read Chaitanya's books, wow, the intellect, and especially Ramanuja's Srivashya. So, there is no difference like Jnana Yoga or Bhakti Yoga.
Starting with so much technical stuff, until when you are saying salvation, do the simple faith. Somebody else
Yes, no.
What is the
The simple faith, see, in the simple faith, also nobody else comes and liberates you. You liberate yourself by the power of faith. And when it is a Jnana Yoga, when you work on yourself, that time also the Guru's grace descends and you become enlightened. Both are not two different things. Take up someone which you love and go deep, that's enough. It is not important in which path you travel, it is important how sincerely you travel.